book nerds. Welcome to another Instagram live session. I have to say something.
Mhm.
You are the most professional Instagram live guest we have ever had. First of all, I would like to tell everyone who's joining in, and there's a lot of interest around this session because you answer some of the questions which most people don't get access to. You are a commissioning editor at Penguin Random House India. You have previously done that. I don't know if it was in the same capacity at Harper,
Yeah,
in the same capacity.
yeah,
Awesome. And of course, previously you have been an associate editor at Times.
yeah.
So that's awesome. You have had all this credential, and suddenly, out of the blue, in 2021, you start an Instagram channel. And of course, you talk about this on LinkedIn also, but mostly Instagram, and you call it the editor recommends. And I love how you have, kind of gone with the 2 hours. It has been, I mean, it's just 2021, but I was checking out, I'm a follower. Let me admit that I'm a follower. And that kind of content, not many people get access to. I mean, let's be honest about it,
Yeah.
because editors are like, uh, how should I say it? I mean, they are not accessible to everyone, right? I mean,
That's
they
true.
are, of course, they are damn busy, first of all, and you guys are very busy. And then finding such time to answer these questions about reading, about writing, about publishing, and in such a cool way. It's such a cool account. Oh my
Thank
gosh.
you so much. You're so kind. Genuinely, I'm blushing now.
No,
Thank
no,
you
no.
so
It's
much.
it's true. It's true. There are only two accounts that I have loved in 2021. I won't. One of them is you, and then there's another one who talks about etiquette. So first of all,
Hmm.
it is the editor recommends. Why? Because you can always answer those emails. Of course, you can write posts on LinkedIn and whatnot. You can answer those questions. But why social media and particularly Instagram?
So I fancy myself as a bit of a photographer also. Uh,
Okay.
so what happened is that when the second wave was passing, and when the
Yeah.
effect, the devastation was slightly lesser, and we were flattening
Yes.
the curve,
Yeah.
I had a bit of a break. I had taken a
Okay.
week off to celebrate my birthday and this and that, and I genuinely felt this need to express some part of my creativity that had been stifled for
Yeah.
so long.
Yeah.
And the other thing that happened was during that time I had done this Reddit AMA, and
Okay.
I received some 100 odd queries about and around books and publishing,
Wow.
and that gave me great hope because sometimes when you are within the system, you feel
Yeah.
you live in a bubble, and
I
that
know.
bubble burst. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it felt great to know that people were so inquisitive about not just writing their own book, but just the book
Yeah.
market in general. And
Yeah.
that's where the idea sparked. I said, hey, why not I create written
Yeah.
posts on Instagram, because I'm very comfortable on Instagram.
Yeah.
I mean, if you see my app usage, Instagram ranks highest. I mean, just below Outlook actually. So I
Okay.
thought, this looks like fun. Why not do it?
Yeah.
And everybody around me had been saying that, why don't you come on camera? You've got a nice personable personality. You know, have fun with it. And I
Yeah.
decided to have fun with it. And it's just been amazing connecting with so many readers, so many
Yeah.
people who love books and are very
I know.
passionate about writing. And it just helps me also, like, sort of, like next year I plan on running some ideas past uh,
Yeah.
the community we've created and having fun with it. So
Yeah.
LinkedIn is of course a byproduct because I'm like, okay, if
I
I've
know.
created some content, might as well use it there also.
Yes. No,
But
and it's so relevant there as well. It's so relevant because a lot of people, like, of course, I will talk about some of your posts in particular, and of course other things, but there are some posts which are like so suitable for LinkedIn. Like, okay, let's talk about it.
sure.
One is like, you mentioned there was a post where you were talking about non-fiction.
Huh.
Why read non-fiction? And it is relevant everywhere. It
Yeah.
can go anywhere, and particularly on LinkedIn, where there are lots of people, there are lots of co-founders, there are lots of professionals. They don't read. and then of course they need to know like why, value will this add to them. Tell us about that particular post, and of course we'll go on to other things.
The funny thing is, in my free time, I am a champion of fiction. But
Okay.
professionally, I only exclusively try and publish nonfiction because
Right.
that gives me an opportunity to learn
Yeah.
and interact with so many smart people, like genuinely smart, kick ass people. And
Yes.
that's what I wanted to express, because often this view is very polarizing. Ya to hum fiction padhenge or we'll read nonfiction.
Ah.
And
Ah.
both parties think the other one is slightly cuckoo.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I feel
True.
like if you know yourself and if you know what you wish to improve
Yeah.
upon in your own life, or what is the knowledge you're seeking from a book
Yeah.
versus the kind of emotions you want to feel while reading one, you can have a
Right.
very good balance between fiction and
Right.
non-fiction.
Right.
And that's very important because
Right.
as has been said in a very popular book by a not so popular author now, neither can
Yeah.
live while the other survives. I think you need to have
Yes.
that balance. So,
Yes.
which is what I
Truly.
wanted to highlight I done one post on fiction, I then
Yeah.
did one on non-fiction. And the
Yeah.
idea is just this, that if you know what you want to improve upon,
Yeah.
read non-fiction, because non-fiction authors do the kind of research that a newspaper article may not
Right.
accommodate,
True.
and
True.
it's got a lot of context setting. So instead
Right.
of just reading about one headline, say if you're reading a political book, you get
Yeah.
the whole expanse of what led to that headline happening, and it's just
Right.
very enriching. I'm
Yeah.
also a late bloomer to non-fiction, by the way. When I was younger, I used to be like, sounds boring. Might as well read
Right.
my textbook. But
Yeah.
there is a richness to non-fiction that is absolutely amazing. You just
Yeah.
need to get started on the right one.
You're so right. I mean, even I never like. I was like, okay. I mean, what the heck? I mean, let's read a newspaper instead. It was like that
Huh.
always. But the entire perception, and you have. I would recommend that you go to Shreya's channel. The editor recommends, and read that post. In detail, you'll figure out what happens when you read non-fiction. Of course, and there's one more thing, that you have made it so difficult now for editors, especially, to come into the business of publishing, because they now have to be cool and they have to be extrovert also now. You have changed the
Listen,
job description.
I'm a faddu, okay? I am such an introverted person. So मैं एक दिन बैठ के बनाती हूँ रीलें, ठीक है?
Yeah.
But I just changed the ऊपर. If you see, it's usually the same spot. So I have
Yeah.
to look into my house कि थोड़ा सा variety आए. Otherwise,
Ah,
I'm very introverted.
it
But
is quite a tough job, to be honest.
yeah,
Come up with
I
new
have
content.
always had immense respect for all content creators. It is
Isn't it?
actually
Isn't it? Okay. Okay. I need to really know this, because isn't it exhilarating when you kind of explore such an area? You usually kind of watch influencers, and then you suddenly something starts working, and then you have to live up to your previous posts. How big a challenge is that for you? I'm delving into the influencer side of you a little bit more tonight, but this evening. But
देखो अभी तो
uh,
I'm a micro influencer as per the guidelines that have been set. But
But I would say that the guidelines, I don't care about the guidelines, to be honest. I judge an influencer by the quality. It's just that.
so what do I think what helps me is that I have a full-time day job. So
Right.
9 to 5 anyway, my headspace is entirely there. And that's the biggest professional validation I get when my authors whom I'm actually working with day in and out, they're happy, their books are doing well. It's like hardcore work. So this for me is a creative, happy place.
Yes.
So
Yes.
while I'm extremely competitive and my partner, poor guy, I mean, some days I do have anxiety. I'm like, yaar, to post chal hi nahi rahi hai. Have people lost interest in me? And other days I'm like, ab to sab bata diya. I've told how acquiring is happening, how editing is happening. So it's because it started.
Now what?
Now what?
Yeah.
So you don't want to dumb down the content either. But then you also see that there are big influencers who post the most random stuff, and it goes viral. So you do think about it. You're like, should I also do something like that? But then
I don't think so that works,
but
because
then I don't, because I'm like, ye na ho paega. It's
Yeah,
fine.
nahi
Let
hota.
them
Right,
do that.
right.
So which is why sometimes I'm very inconsistent also, because I like to have a certain standard of even like the fun stuff is around books. So
I know.
I take a step back and I'm like, you know what? It's okay.
It's
I'm
fine. I mean, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But I think having
Uh,
a full-time job helps because it keeps you very
oh yes,
centered.
must be helping you. I mean, in more than one way. And there was one question in the messages. A
Hmm.
friend of mine was asking, like, he's also an author. So he was asking, what is the difference between editor and copy editor? Because
Okay.
a lot of people get confused with this. Like, what is
Hmm.
the particular zone?
Acha. So it's very simple. Uh, Editor is a broad umbrella term. So, for example,
Right,
I'm a commissioning editor, and my role is a business facing role, which is I bring new business to the company.
right,
How do I do
right.
that? I commission new authors. That could be via
Okay,
submissions from agents, that could be
okay,
via submissions from authors themselves, or
yeah,
I ideally it is that I approach a person and I commission them to
okay,
write a book. That's
okay,
where the word comes from. Copy
okay,
editor. So my job then stops at when the manuscript is in, I help do the structural edit. That, the
right,
broad base flow of the book and how ideas should flow so that it
yeah,
makes for a good read.
right,
Now, a copy editor's job is slightly more technical in the sense
okay,
that they are the ones who do the line edit. They check
right,
grammar. They
yeah,
also do fact checking.
yeah,
They basically make sure that if I laid the foundation, their job is brick by brick make the building. And
right,
it is them who then fix the nuances in the language, the little like the commas, the full stops,
yeah,
making sentences read better, and
right,
overall just tightening the manuscript to the point where then it can go to print.
right.
So that's the
Very
difference.
interesting. Also, tell us a little bit about, when an author is, sending in that manuscript, what should they take care of, particularly I mean, because sometimes, we also get a lot of questions like, Rohan, tell me, how should I send this? And I tell them, you have come to the wrong place. I'm just a reader. Okay.
But
So,
you're a very involved reader. I have genuinely from on your LinkedIn post, I enjoy them so much, especially the ones where you have the tweet because it's always funny. And I'm like, ये रोहन से ideas थोड़े लेने पड़ेंगे because
that
you,
is just, I've been inspired by you guys. I mean, I never
Rohan, you're
used
doing
to
a
do that.
fantastic job. Really, genuinely.
So it is just like, I'm just rambling. It's nothing serious,
But
but
that's what's
if
fun.
it is fun, so it's just for fun. A couple of things, perhaps top three things that an author should kind of, look at before sending in that final email.
All right. The first thing they should definitely look at is that they're getting the name slash publishing house right in the email. Oftentimes, what
Wow.
happens is you copy pasting, and in a hurry, Penguin goes to Harper and Harper goes to Penguin. Avoid that. Take that.
Has that happened?
Yeah, it happens, and it's human error. It's
Goodness.
completely okay. But
Yeah.
for most authors, that's a very important email they're sending. So I
Oh, yes.
caution people to take a step back, 5 minute breather, and then
Yeah.
refocus and then send it.
Right.
That's number one. Number two and three are actually the same point, which is make sure that when you're pitching your book, you are
Yeah.
selling it like a product,
Okay.
almost how people sell medical policies, or they're selling you a toffee, a chocolate,
Yeah.
a new brand of soap.
Yeah.
Your book is an extension of your creativity, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it sells as a product with an MRP. So you
Yeah.
need to tell the editor or the
Yeah.
publishing house, keep boss, this is a solid product, and
Right.
here's why. That's how your pitch should be.
Yeah.
And the third thing is please run your email text and your document text, at least the first 5 pages, if you're sending the manuscript through a Grammarly or something, or have a friend read it, just to avoid any major boo-boos. Small
Right.
ones everybody makes, including myself. I just made
Right.
a story just recently, and that's
Yeah.
completely okay. But the first impression shouldn't be the wrong one. So
Obviously.
avoid major bloopers.
I was thinking just, when you're reading a manuscript, where do most problems, because you must have read how many now? I mean,
I've read a lot.
thousands.
No,
Yeah.
not many, but yeah, a lot of them.
So where are most of the problems that, start occurring, or what is the sort of point where, most authors falter?
They
Is there a
actually
general?
falter when they have to describe their own work. So if you're
Okay.
talking about, say, a novel,
Yeah.
they will focus on the nitty gritties. They will
Okay.
focus in explaining to the editor the larger themes covered. Arey boss, we read for a living. So, we will get the themes. If there is, if you're talking about the metaphysical, if you have, you're exploring themes of love and death and betrayal, we'll get those themes. Don't you worry.
Right.
Most of us are qualified and
Yeah.
we'll get them. So you make your plot interesting.
Right.
Make your non-fiction proposal solution oriented.
Right.
Make your memoir or autobiography stand out because you as a person stand out. So, like I said, your writing is of course one task, one creatively charged expedition into your thoughts. But the selling of the book is what you need to focus on.
Wow. How do you pitch in the meetings? I mean, there must be pitching in the meetings also, right?
Yeah. So editors have to pitch first amongst ourselves. And
Okay.
then we have to pitch it at this meeting called acquisitions, where then sales essentially sniffs for any problems that could happen. So we are excellent pitchers. Well, we go gung-ho, There are some projects we might be a little iffy about, especially if we don't fully grasp it ourselves, which is why we have a large team and we rely on the we rely on the expertise of people, either senior to us or younger to us, and that's how the dynamic works. But we pitch it with full enthusiasm, and that pitch is essentially borrowed from the one that author has given.
Tell me something. Is it necessary for someone with an English major to come into a publishing house and kind of, be successful or even make it, in the first place? Is it possible? Are there examples like that?
As in, do you have to be an English major or can you not?
Do you have to be an English major?
No.
Is that
I'm an
something?
engineer. One of my closest friends and colleagues, she is a Pol Science major.
You're an engineer?
Yeah, I did my engineering.
Wonderful.
Yeah, simple as North Indian family, either engineering or being doctor. Chose engineering because my dad said that, it gets over faster. Wise man, wise words. And so when the placements began, I sat in an auditorium with the rest of my classmates and they were talking about some company, how brilliant it was, this and that. Typical, corporate drive of picking up students. And I was just like, God, I can't do this. I just can't. Not because I'm very creative, but because I just felt like it's boring as hell. So I sat down there with a notepad and I wrote down what skills of mine can I earn money off of. And the number one thing that I thought of was that I have an ability to communicate and write really well. And I love books. So now the only profession there was publishing. So how do I get to that? I did a lot of research and I realized after looking and stalking at a lot of LinkedIn profiles that you needed not to have the English major, but to have some experience definitely in a sister concern, which is creative. So maybe PR, marketing, or journalism, or creative writing, blog writing. So I did a course in journalism and mass comm, got a job as a reporter at Mint, and then I made the shift. And the skill that I definitely did possess was that my English was excellent. And because
that has to be there. That has to be there.
That has to be there. Otherwise, you have no place judging anybody else's. Actually, that's also not the only thing you need, because you don't necessarily have to copy edit. You also need to understand books as a whole.
Right.
What makes a reader tick? And that can happen only when you have a certain degree of self-awareness, even for the kind of readers that exist who are like you. So that's what helped. But that skill developed later on. I mean, I was essentially first hired as a copy editor, but then within a year, I started commissioning books.
Which were the books that you loved in general, like top 5? Can you name them? And then, of course, I might also share a couple.
Yes, I'd love to know. So, one book that really stood out for me this year personally was a book I published, and I'll only name one, okay, I promise. It's called Looking Inward.
I did mention it in the question that would count.
It's this one. No, this one's actually good because we published this in June. And
the cover is flipped, so can you say out the name? The cover is flipped.
It's called Looking Inward.
Okay.
It's basically a very simple, direct, fun And when I say fun, I don't mean fun in a jolly way, but just
Right.
light. It's light on the mind. Understanding of meditation through
Yeah.
lots of real life examples and very basic exercises which you can actually follow. And the author is just so lovely.
Yeah.
He and this was in June, right? So when the pandemic
Yeah.
was full flowing, this
Yeah.
book really helped center me. Like every time I would go through the text or talk to
Right.
the author, I would feel a sense of calm, and I would really recommend it to people if they want to get into meditation, but in not a very preachy way, because this is not a preachy
Yeah.
book. I don't
Yeah.
like preachy books.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the only one I want to plug in. Okay.
Yeah.
To all my other authors who are watching this, I'm really sorry, but this is on my desk, and I just read
Yes.
one chapter today also because I was
Yeah.
feeling anxious. Acha.
Yeah.
So the other ones I'll tell you. One I recently enjoyed was
Yeah.
If in Doubt, Wash Your Hair. It's this
Yeah.
collection of advice columns by what's her name, Anya Hindmarch. Really
Yeah.
liked it.
Yeah.
The other one I liked was by the Reba. It's called Name, Place, Animal, Thing.
Yeah.
It's a short book of interconnected stories from the
Yeah.
Northeast. It's based in Shillong mostly. Really,
Yeah.
really liked it.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a nice political thriller, there's Madam Prime Minister by Seema Goswami. It's a
Yes.
page turner. Excellent. You can read her first one also. It's called Racecourse Road.
Yeah. Yeah.
This one is far more interesting for me because this is like a very young woman becomes the prime minister and
Okay.
what happens after.
Yeah.
So super interesting, very fantastical given what we're living in.
Of course, anybody who has got a question about books or writing or reading, whatever, you can ask them. Ask Shreya your questions. Of course, like I have been reading a lot of children books this year,
Oh, how lovely.
and yeah, so I've been. I mean, I've got a couple of kids, so it is always interesting to
Part of the
kind
job.
of read
Yeah.
to them. Yeah, so it is like Sudha Murthy's latest. That was a lot of fun, and of course, what's it called? It's about the Earth. I forget the name. I'm very bad with names, but it was a very good book.
I'm also
It's
terrible with names.
I think the publisher is Penguin only, so I have forgotten the name. So okay, Penguin don't kill me at least. Also, there's another one by Shan. Okay, I need to Google the name now. It's about mermaids by Shania. I forget the author's name, but it's about mermaids, and it tells you about the so many mystical mermaids across the
Okay.
globe. I mean,
I
yeah.
didn't know
So
there were types and varieties. I thought
oh
each.
yes, it is so interesting. It's so
Oh, wow.
interesting because and I will tell you the name in a bit, and the author will also kill me now. So it is so interesting because I have never come across like this one. So yeah, those two were like at the top, and then of course the regular fiction. But I don't know. I have been enjoying a lot of children's fiction a lot,
I love
and
children's fiction. So my mom, she runs this channel called Stories Matter, and she reads out children's stories.
I'm a follower. I'm a follower there as well.
Oh wow! So
Yeah.
so she reads a lot of books, and I curate them usually.
Okay.
Because I have access to the whole Penguin database, and I can find books
Yes.
for her.
Yeah.
And dude, some of them are just so lovely.
Oh
Like
yes.
there's this one called The Rabbit Listened. It made me cry. Oh, beautiful book. And then there was this other one. It had penguins in it, and just so cute. So
There's so many. There's this author. Her name is Khairunisa, and she has written this book about a crocodile, who loves butter chicken. So that was interesting.
excellent.
That is
That's my
my
kind of
favorite
crocodile.
story. That is my favorite story like ever. So it is just that it is fun to read to the children, and I mean they are so much fun, and the illustrations in that mermaid book, they are like next
Can you
level.
send me the name once the slide? Oh, maybe put it in the comments when you find it. Yeah,
I'll put it in the comments. I'll put it in the comments.
Done.
And Subrat is asking, please recommend some fiction books that
help one
some
improve
fiction
one's
books.
writing style. See, you can pick up any good book that interests you.
Yeah.
I think fiction should be very mood based if you are not a regular reader. You should definitely find out what are you in the mood for to feel. Do you want to feel
Yeah.
thrilled, horrified,
Yeah.
weep? Pick one
Yeah.
up that's accessible and
Yeah.
start reading it. Although writing style does not really improve from just reading a few books, you need to
Right.
read across platforms. You need to read newspapers, columns, opinion pieces matter the most because they'll help you frame your own arguments better. So
Yeah.
one or two books that I recommend, you may not even like them because my reading has changed over the years. So think of a genre, find some good books. There are lots of listicles online. See which one appeals to you and read
Yeah.
that.
And of course, you have made a dedicated post about, how to find good books. That is such a big question. And I mean, as a book club community, we also get, a lot of these questions. And it is so hard, to recommend books because, I mean, it's such a personal thing.
Yeah, it really is.
It is. And
And listen,
so
when you recommend
what
a
would
book and your friend doesn't like it, it just pains.
Oh, yes, that has happened. Anyway, so tell us more about, how would you recommend, to pick up books in this day and age of algorithms?
Yeah, listen, algorithms are a pain, okay? You buy one thriller and then all it shows you are thrillers. I'm like, ho gaya, something else. So
Yes.
I am a sucker for finding books from across the globe. Like,
Okay.
and how I do it is I go on Goodreads and I
Yeah.
browse through lists, and then I see covers that interest me or names that interest me or authors who sound
Yeah.
unfamiliar, and then I
Yeah.
make a list there. Then
Okay.
I extensively read the bad reviews of that book because the
Oh,
good ones are obviously good, so great. I read the bad
obviously.
ones and I see which ones of the negatives affects me.
Yeah.
Like, is the protagonist sexist? I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Or is
Yeah.
it an incomplete book? So
Yeah.
based on that, then I finalize a few of them. Then I go
Right.
and read their reviews in, say, a New York Times or in a Paris Review, or I see a YouTube video if I have the
Yeah.
time. And
Yeah.
once all these Shaktis have convinced me, ki, okay, this book is worth my time, I go for it. That's one way. The other way
Yeah.
is I see a book, I like the blurb, I buy it. I'm like, dekhi jayegi.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
So that's
But that's
mostly
quite
how.
a process, Shreya. That's quite a process. I mean, you are doing like three levels of, three level thing there, going to Goodreads and then, kind of looking into a lot of stuff. I mean, of course, it's your hard-earned money, so better
Yeah,
be judicious about it.
yeah. And I don't have any compunction in leaving books which I don't like. Earlier, I would
Oh,
feel terribly guilty, but now I'm
yeah,
like, there's too many books that I want to
right,
read. And so if
yeah,
I'm not getting into one after 50 pages, I'll just leave it.
yeah. So Mansavi underscore in is asking how to improve your grammar for becoming a copy editor. Any workbooks or something? I mean,
I
some way to
actually
do that.
have a post on this where I have given
Yeah,
links and websites where you can take copy tests. So one thing
yeah,
about copy editing is that you need to be very present on that page, not the
yeah,
book, not the paragraph, just that whole
yeah,
page as a whole.
yeah,
And you need to be very sharp in
yeah,
and not losing focus because that's
yeah.
half the challenge. You get really bored of the text,
Right,
trying to find faults. So after a while,
yeah,
you start dragging off.
right,
So otherwise, one book that I swear by is Dreyer's English.
yeah,
It's this written by Benjamin Dreyer, and he was the Random House's chief copy editor for a very long time. That's a
okay,
fun book to learn grammar from. And there are
yeah,
plenty of workbooks. Like I said, there's a post on my profile.
right,
If you send me a
yes.
text, I'll send you a link to that. You can see it.
नहीं नहीं ये चले जाएंगे सबको सब कुछ आता है आजकल आराम से चले जाएंगे and
तो
go
आ
to
जा
go,
ठीक है
go to the
आ जा
editor requirements. Or I really wanted to ask you author bios, and you have had there's a particular post about that as well. That
हाँ
is so important, right? I mean, although I mean, there are some authors who kind of, underrate themselves, they don't take it seriously, and then, uh, I mean, readers have become very smart. They just want to be impressed all the way. It's not just the book, right?
that's very true. I feel like the best author bios have a bit of their personal, have a bit of their
Right,
professional. Like, I want
right,
to know who you are. And if it's a fun bio, it always puts you in a good mood to read the book. You know,
Right.
like one of my authors has mentioned that he has a dog, and her name is so and so. I like that
Right.
kind of detail. It makes me feel like, oh, even I have a dog. I like this author
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
And then there's some mystery writers who often write that if when not searching for different ways to murder, XYZ can be found,
Ah,
drinking hot chocolate.
yeah.
Like, I love that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Like, tell me more. Like,
I
I
picked
want to
on
get
my.
into your twisted mind.
I in fact copied my bio from such bios. In fact, so I
Yeah.
mean,
And why
it was
not,
just like
right?
it is fun. It is fun. I don't
Yeah.
want to bore anybody. I don't want to bore
Yeah,
anybody.
and for some slightly more professional books where I am genuinely seeking just information, there I
Yeah.
do appreciate brevity.
Yeah.
Tell me
Yeah.
why you have the credentials to be speaking on this subject, and if that's dry,
Right.
I don't mind that. I
Right.
respect it. But
Yeah.
long-winded things saying, in school I won an award and two of my articles got published when I was 6, I'm not interested. Last 5 years or none.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
check out Shreya's bio also, for guidance because it is very short. It tells you a lot about her. So it was, I mean, it was so, perfect. Okay. Complete this sentence. Dear authors, dash, dash, dash.
Dear authors, don't overthink the first draft. Write with confidence, believe in your writing, and make sure your pitch is amazing.
Awesome. Awesome. Authors, listen to this. It is coming from uh, Penguin and Shreya directly. Also, Rumul Gaukar is asking what would make the book interesting for you if you were reading political fiction and the same for mythological fiction.
So, political fiction for me becomes interesting when there are real life parallels I can see. If it's
Yeah.
very well researched,
Yeah.
that makes it stand out. Um, when the characters aren't caricatures of current politicians, but they're well edged individuals where you
Yeah.
borrowed from real life. So it
Yeah.
gives you that flavor that, oh, this could be happening in whatever parliament you set the book in, but it's
Yeah.
also still fiction. So I'm enjoying myself and I don't have to feel bad about the state of the world I live in.
Right.
As far as mythological fiction is concerned, again, research is your friend.
Yeah.
Mythological fiction requires a lot of world building. Even if you
Yeah.
may know the characters, if you're borrowing from Shiva or Hanuman or Vishnu,
Right.
we know
Yeah.
about them, but to have a completely unique perspective, you need to be very sure ki what is the USP of your book. How does
Yeah.
it separate you from an Amish or a whosoever is your favorite author in that genre? So read everything by them. You'll get to know what you like there, and to then be better able to write yours. So when the author is enjoying themselves, it becomes enjoyable for me as well.
Yeah. Final question,
Yes.
and this is about the influencer Shreya Punj and 2022. What are the challenges? I'm not talking about the edit. I mean, of course, I have there's loads of work coming from you for so many years, but this is really exciting because this is the right mix. You know, so in 2022, what happens? Because you say that every day is a challenge, right? I mean, it must be. What are the things you have learned in 2021 from watching other influencers, your own journey, and what comes in 2022, your followers and people who are here also, what should they look forward to?
What I've learned is that consistency is key. So I'm
Okay.
definitely trying to make my schedule in a manner where I can be more consistent. What is in store for 22 is deep diving into topics I've received the maximum amount of interest in, which is primarily editing. So I'm
Yeah.
going to do a lot of original reels on that.
Right.
The next thing I want to do is do some book reviews because I love talking about books, and I haven't yet done book reviews for fear of
Yes.
offending someone. But I'm like,
I know.
okay,
I know. Well, there comes the question of conflict of interest. Wow.
yes,
So that is something which is quite, it must be always in your head what to do. I mean, even now you recommended a book and you were like, okay, I mean,
yeah.
it's
I don't
that.
want to toot my own horn कि अच्छा सिर्फ अपनी books ही promote कर रही है
Ha.
और खुद छाप रही
But
है.
it's quite a you are at the center of a lot of things because
Yeah.
you have jumped into something which is kind of on the other side, but it is now, I mean, can get to me at least. I don't know.
I have a policy in mind which I hope will not get me into trouble. But no,
Okay.
anyway, my office has been supremely supportive. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I could do this,
Yeah.
Uh,
So what
publishing
are
is
the
a
compliments
genuinely,
coming from them? What are the compliments coming from them? Let's
they've been
share
very
share
happy
at
that
least
I've
one.
made publishing seem cool. Nobody's been
Oh,
embarrassed
yes.
by me yet, so that's nice.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I'm genuinely so happy that all my authors love what I'm doing,
Yeah.
and they've all been so supportive. And in fact,
Did
some
they
of them have
expect
given
it? Did they expect it?
no, no. Listen, nobody expects editors to come on camera like this often.
Oh, yes.
Uh, I mean,
That's why I was like, I went on LinkedIn. I was like, Shreya, please do this.
yeah,
Yes.
but it's fun, no? Like, it's just because listen, I was an outsider, okay, and when my first year of
Okay.
publishing, I was always very scared of saying the
Yeah.
wrong thing and of not knowing enough
Ah,
about books. But
right.
to whosoever kid might get inspired and want to pick up some skills, or whosoever
Yeah.
author may get some knowledge, because this is not genuinely readily available.
Right.
You have to hunt for it, and even then, you don't know if it's right or wrong because most blogs are from a Western perspective.
True.
So
Yeah.
it's actually just
Yeah.
nice. So I will definitely be doing book reviews next year. I want to do
Wonderful.
that. Fun ones.
Looking forward.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. There will be a policy, of course. I'm sure about that because you
It'll
will
just be
kind of.
speak no evil. I mean, I think all
Ah.
authors can take constructive feedback. And if you're talking about a book, it's just about the book. So that's okay.
Yeah. There are so many other questions also coming in, but of course, guys, you can always send them to Shreya on her
Yeah,
account. The
absolutely.
comments
Yes,
and
please do.
awesome. Thank you so much for doing this. This has been an awesome year discovering some great book influencers. Perhaps it is the year of the book influencers. I
Yeah,
would
really
say
has
that.
been. It has been.
Yeah.
Reading did definitely pick up during the pandemic, and as much as we hate the pandemic itself, I think
Yeah.
people discovering audiobooks and
Yeah.
buying Kindles because they didn't have space for the books. It's just been very heartwarming for us who are at the
Yes.
back end producing them,
Yeah.
just to
Yeah.
see those lost readers come back and finally have time
Yes.
to enjoy their books.
I know, and I think so. 2022 will be more of that, and it's so much better. And oh, great! It is an awesome time. Instagram is doing well. Reels, Reels. Okay, awesome. You have aced it, by the way. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
being here, for
Thank you
answering
for
some
being so
questions. Yeah.
gracious and so warm and kind.
No, it's just what I feel. It's just what I feel.
Thank
I
you.
mean, it's just what I feel, and we are glad to have you. It's always good to
I'm so
add
happy
some
to
great
have
value.
done this with you. This has been a wonderful Sunday evening. Seriously.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So yeah, a very happy New Year in advance, and
Happy
a
New
Merry
Year to you
Christmas,
too, and to
of course.
everybody who's still watching.
Thank you so much, guys,
Thank
and
you.
thank you, Shreya. Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for doing
so
this.
much. You have a wonderful evening ahead. Thank you.